leather airbag jacket. Okay, it's a ladies' jacket. It's full leather, but it has expansion built into it. So if you're wearing an airbag system, you should always wear it over the top of a conventional jacket, because a conventional jacket is not designed to expand. Okay, very good. So this is the lanyard that triggers it. So we fit this to the motorcycle. We'll find a bit of frame where the tank meets the saddle, loop this around the frame, and then adjust it to length to suit your riding. Okay? When you're riding the motorcycle, it comes up between your legs and should be just loosely fitted at the front. Okay? When you click it in on the bike, then the system is armed. You need to step away from the motorcycle, unclip it, and that disarms. Okay. If you do forget at the petrol station and this kind of thing, it's not going to trigger because you can feel that.
Yeah.
Okay. Because it needs 30 kilos of force to set it off.
Yeah.
So you just stepping away from the bike, it's not a problem at all.
Okay.
All right. So what we'll do now is we'll fake you falling off your bike. So instead of throwing you down the road, I'm going to pull away from you and kind of simulate that. Okay. Brace yourself a little bit. You're going to count to 3. Okay. Think positive thoughts. All right, we're ready. Right, jolly good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so how does that feel?
Really tight.
Really tight, yeah, because this is you crashing your bike. So at 30 miles an hour, you've got about 4 metric tons of energy to deal with if you hit something like a lamppost or a waste paper bin or a transit van or something like that.
Yeah.
You just turn around for me slowly, Jenny, yeah? You can see this is the big back protector. It's a hard outer shell and it's stepped away from her body. At the same time, would you mind just moving your hair a little bit for us? To one side. Okay, if I may then, sorry. You can see how the jacket has jumped up at the head and neck. This provides stabilisation for your helmet, if you turn around again for us, so that you can't what's called hyperflex your neck. So try and push your head back.
Yeah.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I can
So
definitely
that's
feel
very,
it.
very important to stop your head acting almost like in a whiplash fashion,
Yeah.
like a heavy weight.
I imagine with that helmet you couldn't move your head at all.
That's right. Just hold you nice and tight. It's almost like being on a spine board, really. Yeah. Okay. It will gently go down after 10 seconds, so it probably feels a bit more squishy now.
Yeah.
Okay, right, very good. If you unzip the jacket, I'll show you how to reset it. Okay, very good. Just take it off. Jacket. This is the CO2 canister which has flooded the jacket with the gas. So these just undo by hand. Okay. So the canister is one-time use. It's done its job. You just simply put that in the recycling at home because it's steel, so it can go in with any cans or anything like that you recycle. And the next step on the jackets is takes a little while to do because the actual trigger mechanism itself is sort of fully inside the pocket, okay, to hide it. So you just want to reveal this setup here. So you have a large spring which is usually contained in the bottom, and then a ball bearing trigger goes in here. When it came out, the spring expanded. There's a carrier with a pin which is then fired into the bottom of the steel canister. Alright, that's what causes it to puncture. Okay, so to reset it, you just need a 5mm Allen key, which you're trying to find. Allen key, just put that into the compression plug and let it out. Spring retracts, carrier then comes back down into position. Okay, something like that. And the next step is the lanyard, of course. This went down the road with a motorcycle, so it's attached to the bike, and you separating from the bike, that's what caused it to trigger. Okay. So you go back to the bike and simply separate the trigger from the lanyard, and then the trigger you offer up only goes in one way, back into the carrier, just like that. Okay. Just nip it up a little bit, check that it's seated properly, and it doesn't matter which direction you fall off the bike, it's still going to trigger. And then we use the Allen key to recompress the spring so that it's ready for next time. Last step then is to put a new canister in. Always check the end, because the end of this one will be sealed and the end of the old one isn't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Especially after an accident, because there's a lot going on, and you can, the adrenaline and everything, you can end up putting the wrong one back in if you're not careful. So that just goes in by hand and gently seat everything back into place and rethread the trigger back through the front of the jacket like that. You can do a little zip.
That's it.
You are back to the beginning again. With the jacket ready to reuse.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's stretchy.
Yes,
That's
stretchy in several places.
Yeah.
So at the neck, okay, critically underneath your arms. One of the challenges with building integrated jackets in leather that can expand rapidly is it's to do with the gap that's underneath your arm. And when you wear lots of layers in the winter time, that gap is reduced.
Yeah.
So that's why the stretch fabric is really important. The textile jackets, they have a similar fabric, but it's not as obvious because there's no contrast. So on this jacket, for instance, all of this fabric here is actually very stretchy.
Yeah.
So it acts in exactly the same way, but it looks much more similar.
Yeah. Wow. How much are these then?
So canisters are £19.
Is that it? Oh, that's not that bad. I thought they were going to be really expensive.
No. And the system is designed to be reused up to 200 times.
How do you know when you get to 200 times? Just count how many times you've come off. I mean, I hope you don't get to that.
I think if you're riding a road motorcycle, it's unlikely you'll ever approach that number.
Yeah.
If you get above 10, I would suggest some coaching or something.
Take your license again.
If you're racing, if you're riding track days and doing ACU racing, each time you fall off into the ACU scheme, it's all locked. So at the end of the season, you will know how many times the marshals actually came to you.
Yeah.
So you can kind of track it that way.
Cool. Thank you very much.